Welcome, Cancer, to your reading. We're looking at the summer solstice, and since my grandmother decided to show up on her birthday today to hang with me all day, I am going to be doing a reading involving her because she insists. And these are her reading glasses, so she had me put them up here, of all things. So I'm required to tell a little story for each of you, for each of the signs about her. And I wanted with you to talk about the fact that I think she birthed 12 children. I believe that's right. 11 or 12. And I think only the last 4 were in a hospital. The rest she did at home, including my father, who was, I think, child number 4, I'm pretty sure. So he was her third son. Her first child was a girl, and my grandmother, could cook and play piano and do anything she wanted, sewed, very accomplished Gemini. I found out today, because she was born in 2011, and on her birthday, at the exact degree, Pluto was conjunct her sun. So I'm like, well, that explains a lot about my grandmother and her feeling completely comfortable with spirituality. Second sight is what she called it. So the bottom of the deck, letting go of stories, surrendering attachments, releasing unconscious patterns. This is at the bottom of the deck. And for the rest of the reading, we're going to do current energy, your angels and guides, and what my grandmother has to say for advice for you. Okay, top of the deck. Emergence of protection, boundaries, self-preservation, trusting in the divine, and protection. Trusting in the divine and protection. Cancer energy is so much about protection. I mean, we are scary when it comes to protecting our children. And what your angels and guides want you to know, the consequence of fear, contraction, the frequency of fear, and self-fulfilling prophecy. All that water energy, the consequence of fear. So I think you're going to be getting advice from your angels and guides regarding that. Let's see what my grandmother has to say. The emergence of hope, faith, trusting in a divine plan, all is well, patience. The emergence of hope, a 44 card. The emergence of hope. Okay, we are going to take a look at the energies for you. Currently, the energies, I'm going to shuffle these for you and find out what your current energies are telling you right now. And we had 3 cards jump out, so I will take these. You have a lot of Cancer energy showing up here. I will show you in a second. So this is the 3 of Pentacles. This is working with others, the emergence of protection. Everybody's looking out for everybody else, right? You know, you have the master, the apprentice, the journeyman, all working together to make something beautiful. And you can actually get, many times, you will learn from an apprentice. Maybe through a child's eyes, you see something unique and different. And then what else do we have going on in your energy? The Chariot, things moving quickly, Cancer energy, very much about you in the summer solstice and getting out there. I mean, this is such Cancer energy, and I think July is going to be super busy for you. The whole Cancer season is going to be busy for you, and you need to set good boundaries. I think this is very triumphant energy, so you need to be aware of that as well. And then what else do you have? Queen of Cups. These wanted to come out. They came out together. I always draw like 3 cards for this, and they all just dropped out. And then when I saw what cards they were, I was like, well, of course. Well, of course, the Queen of Cups, that higher connection, that trusting your intuition, right? And to me, it's just like, it doesn't matter if she's sitting in this, I'm sure, very wonderful water, and that this is her table. Everything is magical for her. Everything. So very strong energy of Cancer. So I really think that there's a lot about working with others, being just a very positive energy of what's going on for you. And it's not surprising because when the solstice happens, and that'll happen tomorrow, we have like 3 days of the sun kind of getting ready. It reaches, this part of the solstice is it reaches that um it reaches the Cancer, I'm sorry. It reaches the, I can't even talk today. It reaches the Capricorn is the bottom for winter, and Cancer is the one for summer. So that summer solstice is that tropic. That's the word I was looking for, the Tropic of Cancer. And when the sun reaches that, it kind of like pauses and then goes back down. So there's 3 days. There's 3 days of things kind of staying in place. The sun is almost like staying in place. And we get that extra boost of energy into the Cancer season. And it's very much about, because it's Cancer, it's much about spending time with family and enjoying each other and doing things together. And one of the things I will tell you is that my my grandmother was very much, and she's like all over these readings today. Um, she was very much about family. It was about having the family picnic. It was about all of those things that happen with family around. And at Christmas, it was her favorite holiday, and she passed away on Christmas Day. I think the family all suspected that she wanted everybody to remember her at Christmas. So that's why she picked that day. It would not surprise me. Grandma was very opinionated and outspoken, but incredibly fun. So the first card that came out was Page of Wands, enjoying that energy of now, right? What is going on in your world that you can just dance, feel joy? And it's getting away from this feeling of contraction, right? This is what your guides are saying. It's, you're not in the frequency of fear when you're doing this. You're in the moment, and the moment is joyous. And that's what you need to focus on. What else? We have the Nine of Pentacles, an independent person who has everything in her garden that she could possibly want or desire, right? She has things at different levels of being ready. So she can decide when the timing is right for these pentacles to come through. I think it's it says talk about the self-fulfilling prophecy. And I think that's, you need to change the way you think about things, the way you word things in your mind. Self-fulfilling prophecy, not fear, not lack. Neither of these are those things, right? What else? A tower. It's Uranus. It's the unexpected, but it doesn't have to be negative. And I really don't think it is. I think it's more change, and you have to not fear it. Don't fear this change. And what I want to do is I'm going to shuffle and get my grandmother's advice. Now, this is faith, trusting in a divine plan. And she would be about that. I mean, she had a lot of kids to feed. You know, there was depression. She was born in 2011 when she started having children, you know. You're saying that I would think it was like, yeah, so it would have been, the depression was going on. That's how my grandparents met. She was at her sister's farm with her sister and her husband, and my grandfather was a bootlegger. That's how they met. So she thinks that's funny. Okay. All right. And I didn't pull a tarot card for the underside of the deck, but I will now. What is your focus on? What is your focus on? This is the Five of Cups. And I have really been noticing how anytime I looked at this card, I was always like, oh, Big Dipper is up here. And that's the stuff I notice. So if she would just lean back and look at the stars, what a joy. And you don't have to pay anything for that. That's free. And yes, these 3 cups are spilled. Okay. So she has regrets, but this cup here, this is starting to create magic. And here is even a bigger cup of magic. So she's not focusing on all the opportunities that are around her. She's just stuck. It's just stuck energy. And that's on the underside. I'm going to pull another one for the underside just because I'm curious. Ah, yes. The High Priestess. Keeping on that higher vibration. Move to that. And letting go of stories, right? Letting go of this sense of, oh no, sense of lack, I'm disappointed. Going higher with that. I've got other opportunities. I have other opportunities. And this is a knowing. Very strong energy, High Priestess. All right. Grandma's advice right here. Why are you letting things get caught up in your head? You're worried about the decision that has already been made, that you made already, and now you're regretting. Okay, get over that. How did Grandma say? There's no sense crying over spilled milk. Trust in a divine plan. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. And again, what is the focus on? Not here. Don't miss the opportunities out there. Some things don't work out. Okay, 3 things don't work out. 1 thing does in a magical way. 7 of Cups. Lots of choices. Trust your intuition. You know, with that High Priestess there, Cancers are very intuitive. And I really think that trusting your intuition will get you magical things. It's just like, I feel like there's a little dragon's wing peeking out underneath this bowl. How wonderful would that be? And look at this one, never-ending bounty coming from that bowl. And magic, right? So I'm going to end with oracle cards. And these are, oh, one jumped out already. Hey, Cancer. Messages, messages, messages. Cancer. Okay. 2 more jumped out. All right, the first one was this. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. You're moving forward, and, you know, I think you're not going to have a choice, which is fine, but you need to not fear. Don't have fear. Your own guides are saying this. Your own guides are saying this. And you have more choices than you think. I think there are some things that are going to be blocked off for us, but there are other things that are going to come up and be choices. So right into this reality. You can manifest things. You can change the way you look at things. Write a different story. And letting go of stories. Make your own story. Write a different story. A light grows brighter only by lighting another. I like this energy because Cancers are very much about caring for other people. And you would not have this problem. And I think what'll help you is helping others when they run into problems. But I think the thing to remember, Cancers never run out of love, but they do run out of energy. So you need to protect your energy. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to find ways of boundaries. And that doesn't mean saying, and that's not like not helping, that's just protecting your own energy, right? Um, Letting others help themselves, giving them a sense of independence, right? So it gets brighter by lighting another. But, two people together, the light just gets brighter and brighter, the more candles that are lit. And then everybody gives light. So thank you for watching, Cancer. Enjoy your solstice.